Morning, it's Thursday morning. We're in the MacDonald, where are we? MacDonald's Cabins and Hotel. Bit small. Did the job though, didn't it? That's all that matters. We're going to walk to Fort William for our last day. 15 miles of love. Need a bit of paper, get in there. Leave your suitcases outside in a little cupboard. We're all ready to go, I think. What do you reckon?
Yep.
Here we are in Kinlocheven. About 8:15. We're going to start the walk today. Should start raining in a couple of hours. Hopefully it'll be alright until then. Just leaving the MacDonalds Hotel and Cabins alongside the campsite. Because those people in the distance there are doing the walk by the looks of it. We're about to start going up there and go from there. So 15 miles, have fun. We'll set off on our 15-mile walk. We barely go 2 feet before we hit the first hill. I'm told it's about 1,000 feet, which is 500 less or more than yesterday going up the Devil's Staircase, which didn't present too many problems. This doesn't seem to be presenting too many. The only problem we might get is a little bit of rain. But we've both got our over trousers on today, so we'll see how we get on. One man at breakfast had his shorts on, and I saw he still had his shorts on as he was coming out to do the walk this morning. I'm told there may be midges halfway up here. It's the only part of the walk where there are any. Keep an eye out for them. We've been walking about 20 minutes now, down and up and down and up. We've just seen somebody at the top. It looks a dreadfully long way away, so but I'm told it doesn't take that long, so we'll just have to see how we get on. It's moving all right. We're going. We worked out, funny enough, that if we left at 8:15, as we did, 8:15 at night, it gets dark, so we've got 12 hours to do 15 miles. The last 3 would seem to be on pavement in civilization, so we've got 12 hours to do 12 miles. I think we should be able to do that. Down out and see someone camping. Quite a lot of stuff. You've got to carry all that with on your back. Not much fancy that. It's lovely when you get an incline like this, because although you're going up, you're not really working hard to get up. You could do all this all day long. I doubt it'll last like this. Well, the good news is we'll be going walking just over 20 minutes, done nearly a mile, so we'll keep it up to 3 miles an hour, which is handy. The other good news is we've done about 700 feet or 650 feet. The sad news is we've got another 600 feet to go. Somewhere in the distance there is where we get up to. I don't know where it is up there. Doesn't look as steep as what we've just done. Should be right. Well, in the distance there's 2 houses there that were above us when we started. We're above them now. Up there, up the top here somewhere, there we go. Up there is the water power station that we walked past yesterday. So we came over that ridge in the distance, down into the town, which is behind there somewhere. We're walking along here, and in the distance you can see the pathway leading all the way through. So going through a valley. Some people are putting their coats on now. It's going to rain a little bit later. See what happens. Right, well, we've done 3 1/3 miles. We're now at the very top of the walk. It's all downhill and uphill all the way back now, which is good. We've been going about 5 and a bit miles now. Absolutely in the middle of nowhere. The trail of people just continues. We overtake a few people so other people overtake us, and so it goes on. But we're moving along. Still raining, but as Sue says, if it stays like this, not too bad. And in fact, I'm looking behind me, I can see a man in a t-shirt and shorts coming along, so it's hopefully he's alright. We're joining the military road now. It says it gets a little bit faster as you go along, a little bit wider, a little bit easier. There you go, some more wild haggis. Somebody tried to tell me they were sheep, but clearly they're not. It's clearly a haggis. They've got, as Les said the other day, they've got shorter right legs than the left ones, which means they can stand on the edges like that. That's why they're haggis and not sheep. Hopefully they won't try and eat me. I don't want to end up on someone's breakfast plate, regurgitated. Anyway, we're still moving along, plodding along quite nicely. I can see people in the distance. They're up higher than us, but not an awful lot higher. So it's just a steady incline, which is nice. We could keep doing this all day long. Probably will do actually. But worrying, everyone's putting their coats on, so see how we get on. Really want to get to the top of the ridge in a couple of miles before I have to put my coat on, because otherwise I'm going to start sweating like a pig. Whew, we've been on the military road now for about 20 minutes, half an hour. We're steadily going up, we're going down and up a bit higher than we were before. We'll soon be at the top, which is nice. We can now see about a good couple of miles in front of us. All you can see is backpacks going along, all with different colours. They're the waterproof backpacks, the ones we haven't got. But never mind. Old ruin coming up here. Who on earth would want to live here? And why? The good thing about a ruined house, because there's always a back you can go around to have a wee. Which is exactly what I've just done. We're very refreshed now, and we're going to go for another few miles. Whereas today we're on the final part of the West Highland Way walk from Kinlocheven, I think that's how you pronounce it, to Fort William, which is definitely how you pronounce it. It's about 15 miles. Did wonder at the start how we were going to do 15 miles in one day in the rain. But I've got to tell you at the moment, fingers crossed, it's not too bad. The first part is quite high. After that, and it's just this military road all the way along. It's a bit sluggish at the moment because it's been raining and there's lots of puddles. I'm sure there's got to be some sort of sheep pen here. We came along the military road, we turned right along on the military road. We now entered into this forest area. I think it's going to be forest for a few miles. We've now done, I think we've done about 6 or 7 miles now. It must be almost halfway through, so that's good. The rain hasn't abated yet, and it's still raining, but apart from that, we're all in good spirits and we're enjoying ourselves. Well, it's not quite the enchanted forest that it was a few years ago. It's all been chopped down. There's no regrowth here by the looks of it. For miles and miles it's just chopped down. And the thoughts of having a bit of shade from the rain is gone. We've just gone 12 o'clock. We've just done the halfway mark. Been going now for just under 4 hours. We've done 7 miles. We've seen a sign there's a road you can take to Fort William. It's 4 miles. We can stay on the West Highland Way, which is 7 miles. We don't know what the condition of the road is, so we're going to stay on the West Highland Way. Going uphill a bit. I know that in about 3 or 4 miles We then hit the Ben Nevis Visitor Centre. When you hit that, then there's cars and tarmac and stuff. So it will be a lot easier then. Good news. I understand there's a Weatherspoons at the finish line. Can't beat a Weatherspoons. Go and have a drink in there. Well, it's 12:15. Been walking now for 4 hours. We're halfway through. In the distance there's some mountains. We walked alongside those along a river. Done 7.5 miles so far. The rain started as soon as we started, and it's going to stop when we stop by the looks of it. Still here at the forest has been chopped down. Not much happening here. But we've got to go up that big hill. Not too long. We've got to the top of the hill, and I think we're going down the hill. It's moving quite easily now. There you go, I finally found some haggis poo. When they eat humans, all sorts of bits come out. I was going to be rude then, but I'm not. Everyone's strolling along here, middle of blooming nowhere, still raining, very cloudy and very wet. We'll stop for a quick 10 minutes, have a nourishing bar, packet of crisps, drink of water, back on our heads again, going quite nicely. We'll get the stick out now. It's getting a little bit dodgy underfoot. Going down, that is, not going up to the right. About 6 miles to go. Well, we carry on the walk. Last time I looked, it was 5.5 miles to go. I think when we go to the top of this hill that we're walking up to now, when we get to the top of there, I think that's the Ben Nevis exhibition guest centre, visitor centre, or whatever you want to call it, there. And I think it then becomes tarmac and cars and stuff, which would be nice, because it probably means there's also toilets and somewhere to sit for half an hour, which would be good. So we sit down there and get our breath back. We went to Ayers Rock once and it was cloudy. Went to Blue Mountains, it was cloudy. Went to the top of Hong Kong, to the big point to watch, it was cloudy. That there is a bit to look at. It's Ben Nevis. Apparently it looks lovely. Not today though. It's full of cloud. Right, we've been to the top of the hill. We're now heading down on this sort of track, which is nice. Be tarmac soon, which I'm told at this stage of the day it hurts your feet, but I'll worry about that when it happens. My mobile's had a bit of a moment. It told me I still had 12 miles to go, based in Wiltshire. It seems to have sorted itself out now. Still got about 2.5 miles to go. Well, it's so the Martians have landed and just taken one bit out, big chunk of it, and left the rest behind. What a mess. I suppose they got what they wanted. Haven't planted any more yet though, but I'm sure they will. It's nice, it's our first bit of tarmac of the day, well apart from when we started the course, which is lovely. We're going to walk along this pavement here for about a mile and a bit, and eventually we get to where we want to go to. This road just seems to keep going forever. We almost there, got about another mile or so to go to cross the finish line. We must have come off the top of the mountain an hour ago, more than an hour ago. I've just suddenly become a traditionalist. I never used to be one, but I am now. And that says that's the original end of the West Highland Way. There you go. Finish line has got to be all of about half a mile further on. When we got there, the rain started and there was a big crowd of people there doing a charity thing, so we couldn't really do any video in there. However, I've taken the pictures just to show you what's at the very end. I thought there'd be a lot more, but there's not. I thought there'd be someone standing there with giving away medals, or at least give you a badge or a sweet or something, but nothing at all. It's just there you are. The good thing is though, there's a Weatherspoons next door and they do Haggis Pizza, which I thought was very, very nice. And that's it. That's the whole walk completed. Hope you enjoyed it. Have fun. See you later.